Alright, a little bit early, but that is because, like normal, I like to check and make sure that my stream is working before scheduled start times and make sure I'm all set up. We're gonna chill around till scheduled start time, and then we'll try to do this. Okay, I am live. That is good. Someone is watching. That is also good. So we're probably gonna chill for a little bit. Maybe we'll do get some ammo and stuff. So I do have mods on here. Guess we should do like a full disclosure before we start playing. I am playing on cloud gaming, so there is a little bit of lag I get from time to time. Like I'm getting it right now. But you know, what I've noticed about the update was no stutters. I do, however, get that on cloud gaming regardless of the game I'm playing on. I think that's just because it's internet contingent. You know, you don't get the smoothest play on cloud gaming. So we have Kingath's what is it, Watchtower loaded in. I guess I should probably show the load order. So I didn't see anything in there about like load order considerations or like potential clashes. So I just popped it in here second to last. So I went right before dark start, and that is because there are a couple ship parts that are added, and potentially there might be a clash there. We'll see. I don't expect the ship parts to pop up in the Dark Star like ship builder or anything like that, but we will see. Yes, this cloud gaming is really laggy, and my guess is because this is prime time for streams. But let's see. We're gonna head off to, I think, Akila real quick while we're waiting for the scheduled start time, and buy some ammunition. And let's see here. Here's Akila. So I've kept myself relatively blind to like storyline, plot, anything like that with this, and so we should have a fun playthrough. It might get chaotic if like the load order is clashing with Kingath's creation here, but we will figure out if it is or not. He didn't have anything about load order, so I assume it's like load order neutral.
This place is
but we're going to figure that one out.
themselves. I'm sure you'll fit in well here.
Give a rich person the same, and they will hire others to do the work for them and sell the produce back to their workers.
Wow, this place sure looks lived in.
You know what? I am doing fairly well today, Arcane Gears.
The Nicole estate is empty, right?
Having a pretty good day. I'm a little bit tired. I probably got like 5 hours of sleep last night. Ow. This is lagging out real bad, the cloud gaming.
Private sector. That's where the real...
So a little bit tired, but other than that, I'm pretty excited to play this. So we're gonna have fun with it. Let me just see what I need. I need ammo with basically everything.
I want to do your business quick. I'll say right up front that if you're short, take a gander.
Mike is a little quiet. Thank you for letting me know. Is this any better? Or is this worse? I think this... hope that's better. Let me try moving it closer. All right. I'm going to take the lot of that ammo. Take this as well. No heavy particle fuses. 50 MI array. We'll take all that. Do I have anything to sell you? Yes, I do. So I can recoup some money. The game is louder. Okay. You know what? Not that. I'm going to turn down the music for the game. I'm going to keep. Well, I might turn down a couple audio bits. Let's turn down the master. And we'll turn it down to, what is that, 76, 75%. There we go. I think that'll probably improve it.
I get all kinds in here. Hope your day goes better than mine.
Oh my gosh, my internet is chugging right now.
Sorry, I didn't see you there.
Back out of the way, we're lagging hardcore. See, this is the one thing I hate about cloud gaming is the internet contingency. And like my internet could be fine, and this could just be like just straight up server traffic because everyone is cloud gaming right now. Hope this improves. Maybe it's just Akila.
Hello.
My controller's going haywire. I'm not even pushing buttons on it. Holy cow. I've never seen it this bad, the cloud gaming. If this continues like this, I might take this stream over to Twitch and do it straight off my Xbox, which runs smoother, but
You ask me,
visually
traveling in free star
does
collector
not
space
look
without a reliable
good
sidearm is
at
just
all.
asking for trouble. Outlaws? Ashta, those okay. But if you start shooting up the town with something I sold you, I'll be more than a little displeased.
The mic is not loud enough. Let's just pump up the volume on it. I hope this is better. Don't need any of that. Oh, I'll take this. Let's take that. And the heavy particle fuses. Okay, let's get the heck out of here. Maybe it's just my internet is wonky with the cloud gaming right now. You know what? My daughter is watching YouTube downstairs, so she might be like sucking up all the bandwidth or something. All right, we're getting close to starting time.
Keep moving forward. That's the ticket.
Wow, this is so laggy. Seems to take a second to catch up. Okay. It's really bad when I pan, not when I move forward or backward. Alright, I'm not going to worry about it too much. So I know how to start the quest. Basically, we just need to start traveling to systems that are level 15 and above, and we will be contacted. So I think we're gonna get started. We're like 2 minutes away from that 6:30 mark I set. So we'll just fly into a random moon. Let's see if it pops at all. Okay. That did not pop yet. Let's see. Any places I haven't been to yet? I will comply. I don't want any trouble. Who are you? You have no authority over me. I'll blast you out of the sky. Ooh, very tempting. Let's go with the middle option.
It doesn't matter who we are. You've been flagged as a threat to others and yourself. You will submit. Please, don't make this harder than it has to be.
I'm currently running Darkstar. I could probably take him. We'll just comply. We might do.
Prepare for involuntary power down and incapacitation. Do not resist, and the processing will be over soon.
Guns are out. Keep them visible and try to get the weapons online, okay?
Huh. Hair's a little shorter, I think. I don't know, hard to tell. But I'm fairly sure you're you. And it looks like I found you not a moment too late. Pins and needles all over, am I right? Yeah. Nasty thing, that beam of theirs. First blast disables your ship, second disables anyone on board. Sorry, you're asking why you can't move? Well, like I said, you were hit by a neural disruption beam. Huh, that was almost coherent. You should be knee-deep in drool, barely able to remember which shoe goes on which foot. I'm actually impressed. But you'll have to give it a little more time before you can actually talk again and be able to move more than just your head. Uh-huh. You don't say. Well, I'd love to continue this enthralling dialogue we've got going on, catch up on old times, but clock's ticking, so listen carefully. These guys who attacked you, it wasn't by accident. And if I hadn't intervened, you'd be on your way to a max security prison right now. These guys, they will come for you again, and right now there's precious little you could do to stop them. Listen, there'll be enemy reinforcements here at any moment, so I'm gonna use my ship to lure them away. Give them something else to chase for a while. Once you can walk again, come find me at these coordinates. I'll do everything I can to keep you safe. You have my word on that. Now, let's get you out of this, and back to your ship.
Yeah, good old Benjamin Dune sitting in the background there. Guess we'll undock. Oh, he set this up in like the early level areas. So far, pretty good storytelling there. Some nice voice acting. Hailed him.
Clearance is approved.
Finally, we can put those resources to some good use, or just store them for later.
Hello. May I be of assistance?
Possibly. What do you do here?
I assist in docking, cargo, and ship maintenance. I am Babs.
Some guy told me to meet him here.
Designation, some guy, unknown. All current station residents located in recreation area.
I'm still getting like crazy lag on this cloud gaming. Well, that improved it a little bit. Let's see if it gets any better. I'll explain what I did after we talked to him.
Ah, and there she is. Welcome to Stardock Alpha, my current home away from home. Glad you found your way here.
Nice station you have here. Before anything else, tell me who you are. This isn't a social call. You're going to explain what happened. Before anything else, tell me who you are.
My name is Torin. We can get more into who I am later. I promise. I imagine you have a lot of questions, and I do have answers for you. But first, we need to talk about the people who attacked you.
Fine, I'm listening. Tell me what I need to know.
The group that attacked you, they're called Watchtower. I'm not surprised if you've never heard of them. To say they're clandestine would be an understatement. From what I've gathered, it seems they've made it their life's work to hunt down and confine individuals they consider dangerous. Individuals like you. And me.
Watchtower, huh? Good to have a name for them. What more can you tell me about Watchtower? Why did they consider me dangerous? Maybe I don't know why Watchtower's interested in me. They're hunting you too? Why do they consider me dangerous?
Why indeed? What makes you so special? What sets you apart from almost everyone else in the universe? I mean, there's gotta be something. Otherwise, Watchtower wouldn't have taken an interest.
What more can you tell me about Watchtower?
What can you say about a secretive galaxy-wide organization? I don't know. I can offer some information, but a lot of this will be conjecture. Given how well they hide themselves, I think it stands to reason Watchtower has infiltrated the major governments. Maybe the larger corporations too. And their technology, I don't know if they created it themselves, but what they have is cutting edge and dangerous. Oh, and the most important thing. If Watchtower gets their hands on someone, chances are you'll never see that person again.
They're hunting you too?
They sure are. I've had more than a few run-ins with good old Watchtower. Most encounters have not gone well. I think I first got their attention after I dealt with a particularly nasty group of pirates. Since then, I've done my best to keep my head down, but it doesn't matter. Sooner or later, they always seem to catch up to you.
Maybe I do know why Watchtower's interested in me.
Don't keep me in suspense. Let's hear it.
I have an association with the Crimson Fleet. Let's leave it at that. I have abilities, things that normal humans can't do.
Well, I suppose that answers that. These abilities of yours, I'd be interested in learning more about them. But that's something we can talk about later.
Watchtower, huh? Good to have a name for them.
I'm glad you think so. But unfortunately for now, that's where the good news ends. Let me explain. When Watchtower came for you, I'm sure their method of capture didn't escape your notice. For people like us, Watchtower like to employ a particular device, a kind of energy weapon. The first blast disables your ship, the second disables you. Or at least, it's meant to. But you took that second burst and just kept on going, didn't you? Took a third to bring you down. Maybe now you're starting to get a picture on why Watchtower might be scared of you, huh?
If they're so scared of me, they should just stay away.
You'd think so, wouldn't you? But scared or not, they know if they hit you enough times, even the most hardy succumb to their weapon. Now, I'm a little sparse on the details, but I do know they call this weapon the Synapse Disruptor, which seems an apt name if you ask me. Oh, and here's the worst part. There's no foolproof counter to the Disruptor. None at all. Believe me, I've looked. I've tried. There's nothing.
You must have some way to counter it. Otherwise, why ask me to come here? I don't buy that. Everything has a weakness. Then I better avoid Watchtower as best I can. I don't buy that. Everything has a weakness.
Well, glad you're staying optimistic. All right. Let me backtrack and rephrase things. There is no technological counter to this weapon. No magic shields or special kind of hull plating. But this brings me to why I made contact. I have devised a strategy that would keep you and me safe from Watchtower's impromptu abductions. But the catch is, it's not something I can do alone. And it's gonna take effort. I'm gonna need your help on this. And you're gonna need mine.
All right, tell me about this strategy of yours. How did Watchtower find me anyways? Anything you can tell me about this Synapse Disruptor? What happens if Watchtower captures me? This seems important, but I can't help. Right now. So we don't want the last option. That's like a bypass. We'll start this and work our way up.
Oh man, you do not want to know. Well, actually, you do. I mean, you did just ask. Okay, how do I say this? Everyone has potential, though most never quite reach it. If Watchtower captures you, it's not just your freedom they take. They steal from you your full potential. I think you know what I'm talking about. I can see it in your eyes. There's something about you. You're at the start of a great journey. Watchtower would take that away from you. That's why you need to avoid them.
All right, let's do this next option. Tell me about the Synapse Disruptor.
I mean, I'm no expert, but it does seem like an incredibly sophisticated weapon. Definitely more powerful than a common variety stunner. Never ran across anything like it. Say what you like about Watchtower, but they've got some damn fancy tech at their disposal. As best as I can tell, the Disruptor can't knock you out if your ship still has power, which is likely why its first shot disables your ship's systems.
How did Watchtower find me anyways?
Honestly, I couldn't tell you. Kinda wish I knew myself, because however they found you, it's likely the same way they keep finding me. All I know is that you'll be minding your own business, then without warning, in jump a whole bunch of Watchtower ships. And they're not aiming to kill you, they're trying to capture you. And believe me, you do not want to be captured by them.
Maybe I do want to be captured by them. Hold on. How did you find me?
Well, that one, I can answer. You see, I was already on the lookout for you. I knew Watchtower would be searching for you, and I also knew they'd probably find you before I did. So I kept an eye on Watchtower comm lines, waited to see if any patrols reported spotting you, or worse, capturing you. Which they did, and since they launched a comm beacon, I was able to intercept that, and then follow its trail back to where you were, just in time to save your ass. Which, by the way, you are most welcome for.
But how did you know Watchtower were looking for me?
Huh. That's a fair question. I'm trying to think of how to answer without worrying you too much. Okay, a while back, I got my hands on a Watchtower database. Your name showed up a lot. Most of the information was encrypted, but there seemed to be a lot of it. I couldn't tell you why, but Watchtower has been keeping tabs on you for some time.
All right, tell me about this strategy of yours.
It's fairly simple, really. Maybe you already noticed, but Watchtower's Disruptor. It takes a while to charge between bursts. And as long as your ship has power, it needs to hit you at least twice in order to incapacitate. Now, if you're flying about all by your lonesome, it's not too difficult for Watchtower to blast you as many times as they need. But what if you weren't by yourself? What if you had the support of other ships?
I'm listening.
In a nutshell, here's my strategy. You don't fly alone anymore. Instead, you get some buddies. You get more ships. You get a fleet. Then, even if Watchtower track you down and get a shot in with their disruptor, with other ships there to cover you, they'd never get a second hit, giving you time to recover, get back in the fight, and avoid capture. Think about it. It makes sense, right?
Okay, that's a fairly good plan. I can see that working. I'm not sure I get it. How exactly does this help me? Thanks for telling me your plan. I don't need you anymore. Let's go with the middle option.
Okay, think of it like this. Remember when Watchtower hit you with that first disruptor blast? It crippled your ship, right? Powered everything down. You were a sitting duck. Nothing you could do but wait for that next blast to knock you out. But what if I had arrived sooner? What if I was already there, watching your back? Like I was some kind of fleet guy. As soon as you took that first blast, I'd be right there to give Watchtower something else to shoot at. That gives you time to get your ship powered up again, your shields back online, and back into the fight. You see where I'm coming from now?
Okay, that's a fairly good plan. I can see that working. I still don't follow. Explain it to me like I'm 5.
I kinda already was, but okay, try this on for size. Imagine you have a fleet of like 7 ships. Then Watchtower grav jumps in and they start firing their disruptors, but you have so many ships, they don't know which one to focus on. They disable one ship, and then another comes at them. Oh no, their disruptor hasn't had a chance to recharge. And the ship they just disabled has had enough time to get its power back on, meaning they can't make you go night-night. I really hope you got that, because if I try to dumb it down anymore, I'm honestly afraid you might hit me.
Okay, that's a fairly good plan.
Okay, good. I'm happy you're on board with this fleet idea. You know that the first time that we... Oh, right. Yeah, we've not really been introduced yet, have we? Let's rectify that. Like I said before, my name's Torin. Just Torin. I guess you could say I'm a traveler. Yeah, I travel the stars. Here and there, and sometimes back again. And it's likely during those travels I got the attention of Watchtower. And been trying to shake him off ever since.
Good to know, Torin. I am Lorem Ipsum. I appreciate you helping me. Thanks for the introduction. Just don't expect the same from me. Starborn. You travel the stars, huh? I can relate. We'll go with the Starborn.
Why does that not surprise me? You know, I once heard it said that travel broadens the mind. I think we might both agree there's some truth to that. I think nothing of it. Just doing what's right. Okay then, if we're going to make this fleet idea work, it's about time we get a move on, before Watchtower catches us with our pants down.
I don't want to be captured by Watchtower, pants down or up. Let's not waste any more time. How do we make a fleet?
Proactive. I like it. All right. Here's how we're gonna pull this fleet thing off. First, we need some hardware, equipment, especially designed to handle this sort of thing. Had a pal look into it, and he figured out what we'll need. A Model 2 Fleet Sync control node. And he knows where we can find one, too. But the problem is, control node's not easily accessible. It's stored away in an old facility with no simple way in. But I got a solution for that. Here, catch.
What's this? Some sort of grenade?
That is our solution. You ever hear about the orbital drops the UC and Freestar Collective did during the Colony War? Basically, troops planetside would toss down a flare, like the one I just gave you. It would mark a spot, and then depending on what the flare signaled, ships in orbit would fire down whatever was requested. Emergency backup, supplies, or sometimes just a good old airstrike. Or orbit strike, I guess. They called them sky drops. Very versatile, very useful, and now very illegal. Forbidden by the armistice. At least, for the military. But we're not military. I got a skydrop system rigged up to my ship, and that's what we're going to use to get into that facility and grab the hardware we need.
Tell me more about skydrops. How do they work?
The thinking behind them was, when you're in the heat of battle, you never know what you might need, or when you might need it. So, if you found yourself in some trouble, just hit some buttons on a flare, toss it down, and a few seconds later, whatever you needed, there it is. Although, no system is perfect. Skydrop has its drawbacks. First, being you need at least one manned ship in orbit with a skydrop system installed. Second, that ship needs to be loaded with whatever it is you require. Ship can't drop what it doesn't have. And lastly, skydrop is a bulky system. Usually you need a large ship to accommodate it. However, I've discovered some workarounds for that issue.
Do we need some special hardware to create a fleet?
Well, no, not technically. However, it's one thing to have other ships just follow you around, but we need more than that. We need coordination. If Watchtower disables your ship, the fleet needs to notice this and react straight away to protect you. That's the whole point of this. And tell me, have you ever actually tried to coordinate multiple vessels in the middle of battle all at the same time? It's not easy, trust me. That's why we need this control node. Otherwise, none of this is going to work.
How does Skydrop get us into the facility?
Ah, come on, I don't want to ruin the surprise. That's half the fun. Before revealing the specifics, I'll let your imagination run wild just a little while longer.
All right, I'm ready.
That's what I like to hear. Time to get moving. Jump in your ship and meet me outside. Hail me when you're ready, and we'll plot a course. I'm glad we're doing this. You and me. We'll show Watchtower they picked the wrong people to mess with. This time.
Okay, so I fixed my lag issue, but I caused another problem by fixing my lag issue. So I use my phone to kind of check chat and like have the stream up at the same time. I shut that off, and that seemed to have corrected this lag issue. What does that mean? I cannot read chat right now. So I'm just going to be basically talking off the caller for this. I really do apologize. I'll actually read the chat afterwards, so like please feel free to chat away on like funny things you see, or if I do something stupid, by all means. Or if I'm stuck, I'll pull it up and check it. I don't think I'll get stuck though.
We're gonna be jumping to Eridani 3 in the Eridani system. Once we're there, we can get things started. You good to go?
Yeah, I'm good to go. Once we arrive, yeah, let's see.
We'll do a quick scan of the planet, find the facility with the fleet control node, make our way inside, grab the loot, and get out of there.
Understood.
Okay then. Power up your grav drive and take point. I'll be right behind you.
Jump to Eridani 3. Alright. Oh, there was a scanner anomaly there. I think I have 8 ships in my fleet right now. A couple of them are upgraded with Darkstar, but majority of them are not. And we're going to see how this balances with Darkstar, if Darkstar is like a little bit too much. Like, I'm not too deep into Darkstar.
And here we are at sunny Eridani 3. Alright, power up your scanners and do a sweep of the planet. See if we can find our facility.
Not too into Darkstar, but, I do have some upgrades, including weapons. Okay, I scanned the planet.
Receiving your telemetry. There it is. I see our facility, near one of the poles. Huh. Gren wasn't kidding. Most of it's buried under ice. Won't be easy to get inside. But no problem. That's why we've got Skydrop. All we need to do is... Hey, I'm detecting incoming ships. They're small. Look like drones. Watchtower drones, damn! They probably detected our scan. We'll have to deal with them before we can head to the planet's surface. Don't worry, these things aren't big enough to carry disruptors. Still, they can do some damage, so let's take them out as fast as we can.
Looks like they're stuck with us. Internal explosion detected.
I'm gonna wait
like
till Robin Locke shuts up.
Their shields are out. Certainly gonna regret sheeping out on that. Their shields are out. Certainly gonna regret sheeping out on that.
I might put her somewhere else other than my ship. Yeah, this is like focused on ship combat.
But you won't freeze to death. Your scan told us that much. Atmosphere seems breathable. Could risk going without a helmet if you wanted. Besides that, abundant signs of life and a fairly high gravity. As long as you're not planning on running any marathons, you should be fine down there.
What's Watchtower doing here? Have they found us already?
No, nothing like that. At least, I don't think so. This facility we're gonna break into, it's Watchtower. Those drones were likely left here to keep an eye on things. When we scanned the planet, we must have gotten their attention. Don't worry, we've not been made. Not yet.
Are we safe? Those drones didn't send out a signal, did they?
No. Drones are built for close quarters combat. You know, dogfights. They aren't capable of traveling or transmitting data beyond a solar system. Unless there are other Watchtower ships nearby, which I doubt. We're safe.
And in fact, that was a stupid question I asked, because, like, even if they were sending out a signal to a neighboring system, like, what is it, 10 light years away? They'll get it a decade from now. Why'd I ask that?
Make sure you keep warm. Conditions down there don't seem overly hospitable. Okay, have a good landing.
Well, let's loot these people. You know what? Just real quick, let me reassign Robin Locke, because to be honest, she does not shut up. And we'll assign you to my ship. Or I can't. Oh, whatever. Not worried about it.
you're looking for shouldn't be too far away. Make your way there, and I'll start prepping Skydrop.
There's
More
life
things
here.
to add to your ever-increasing
suspect
collection.
that you're
Apparently my
Space to
cell phone
explore, I
was...
suppose.
Yeah, apparently my cell phone was using up all my bandwidth. Because, like, now that I, like, turned off the stream on my cell phone, like, perfectly fine.
Looks like you're there. Okay, here's what you need to do. In order for Skydrop to work, the ship deploying needs pinpoint coordinates and a drop request. So, take out that flare I gave you, punch in a request for a surface...
Take out the flare. Guess we'll listen to
missile. Then throw the flare near the exposed portion of the facility. That's right. We're blasting this sucker open. And I've only got one missile on board. So make sure you don't mess up.
Oh. Okay, it already equipped it. Throw the flare.
Okay, that's a good read.
You guys might want
System's
to back
got a
up.
lock. Missile loaded.
Let's back up a little bit.
Skydrop deploying. Ha! Nice work. Now we've got a way inside. Oh, shit.
Uh-oh.
Facility, right?
Wait,
I didn't expect it to have max. Your weapons won't scratch it. We just used our only Skydrop. Shit. Oh, I got an idea. Get some distance between you and that mech. Now.
Impact registered. System integrity at risk. System integrity at risk.
Get away from that thing. Now.
Benjamin Dune's holding them back just fine.
System
Look at him go.
integrity at risk. Impact registered.
Get away from that thing. Now.
Re-evaluating threat.
All right. Remember, Watchtower is still looking to capture you. So find the control node, get back to Stardock, and my friends there will help you.
Uh-oh. I think I fell too far. Oops. I was kind of a little bit distracted. My daughter was asking me for the pin to her laptop. She couldn't remember it. We'll do this over again. But I am glad to see that I fixed that whole issue with the lag. While this is loading, I'm going to check chat real quick. I think that's probably an appropriate time to do that.
Shouldn't be too far away. Make your way there, and I'll start prepping Skydrop.
Places I see, the more I begin to notice how wasteful the human race are.
It looks too much like
you just
Delgado.
keep leaving these buildings lying about
Oh,
everywhere.
the Torin, he does look like Delgado. For a second there, I thought you were talking about Benjamin Doom, because I did put him in Delgado's outfit. Where am I going? Approach the facility, okay. Starting this over again. Let me shut off my phone. Okay, very cool that there was a mech. I definitely enjoyed that. I kind of wish I didn't fall to my death. Such is the Starborn boost pack. It does very much cause you to go splat. so far, very much enjoying this. Voice acting stellar. I do like the dialogue trees. I noticed the dialogue trees are very detailed. You
Looks
can
like
ask
you're
a
there.
lot of questions.
Okay, here's what you need to do. In order for Skydrop to work, the ship deploying needs pinpoint coordinates and a drop request. So, take out that flare I gave you, punch in a request for a surface missile, then throw the flare near the exposed portion of the facility. That's right, we're blasting this sucker open. And I've only got one missile on board.
Right, men. Be on your guard. Who knows what may come?
Okay, that's a good read. System's got a lock, missile loaded, Skydrop deploying. You did nice work. Now I've got a way inside. Oh, shit. I mentioned we're breaking into an old Watchtower facility, right? But I didn't expect them to have mechs. Your weapons won't scratch it. You just used our only Skydrop. Shit. Oh, I got an idea. Get some distance between you and that mech. Now.
System integrity at risk.
I just love how my small fire team is back to back.
Alright, remember, Watchtower is still looking to capture you. So find the control node, get back to Stardock, and my friends there will help you. And if we don't see each other again, best of luck. I got complete confidence in you. Hey, you want to see something cool? Fix your eyes on the mech. And say goodbye in 3, 2, 1. Touchdown.
Oh no, Benjamin Dune, are you okay? I need to check Benjamin Dune. Are you okay? Oh god. Shame. There you are. Where's Benjamin Dune? He didn't die, did he? I think Benjamin Dune died. Well, I'm gonna take all this stuff. Watchtower components. Okay, Benjamin Dune.
Oh, look. Another potentially dangerous location.
You survived the orbital strike.
In there, don't you?
Yeah, we're going in here, Ben. Of course we are. Very cool with the orbital strikes. Can I? Nope, can't go in there. Okay, here's the door. Here's the door. We found our way in. Well, here's another. Okay, this is something I don't like in mods, and a lot of mod authors do this, is non-functional doors. Just make it like a window or a wall. Don't put a non-functional door in. Non-functional doors drive me nuts.
I am not amused.
I'm not sure how much longer I can hold this position. It's not good for my back or my bowels.
I see like a spotlight. Is that a spotlight searching around? Getting some,
This isn't good for my back, you know.
Yeah, I know, Ben. You're old. Your back
Don't worry,
doesn't work
Dad.
right.
I'll be as quiet as a mouse.
Please
And
be
what
quiet.
prey do you want?
Turrets. We got robots.
They are, the harder they fall.
My sensors a high probability of enemy damage. Total system failure.
The angels feel.
Deserve to be punished.
Whilst the ascension,
I am still not amused.
So this is a very intricate point of interest here. I will say I do wish those enemies were leveled a little bit, but very intricate point of interest. Just looking around at it. Like, I can tell they spent a ton of time cluttering this, making, like, holy cow. There's a lot of clutter going on. We have, like, a partially constructed mech over here. We have all these, like, little ramps and stuff. More Watchtower components. I don't even know what the heck that is. Oh, that's the pistol. And more Watchtower components, which apparently are illegal. So that's where we came in at.
I am very... You landed then with the grace of a gazelle. Wrapped in 10 tons of lead.
need something.
Not right now. Let's see.
Alert. I have anomalous sensories and will indicate hostiles in the area. Spare the rod and spoil the child.
Okay, we got some turrets down here, and there's also a robot. Whoa, it moves fast. Some new enemies.
Fun, but it wasn't disappointing either. Have a habit of inviting trouble. So long, and thanks for all.
Thanks for taking out the turrets, guys. Security bulletin. I'm just gonna skim this real quick. Looks like we have a lot of reading here. Perceived threat. Unauthorized software. Override security. Retrieve the control node. Okay, let's loot the ammunition. Find Equinox. Very well cluttered. That is a robot. This thing's going to spring to action as I approach it, isn't it? Workstation. Entry. Here I am. The place is bigger than I expected. I thought it would be just a small outpost. Onboarding was intense. They don't waste time. A lot of forms, a lot of procedures. I'm not meant to talk about, but nothing I couldn't handle. Haven't been briefed on the full scope of my role here yet. Everyone's walking around like they already know exactly what they're doing. No room for mistakes, no time for anything but the work. The people here, focused. More than that, controlled. They don't talk much. I thought it was just the work environment at first, but it's more than that. It's like everyone in sync. I can't put my finger on it, but I feel it. I'll just keep my head down, get the hang of things. I'm sure they'll open up eventually. Entry 2. I'm starting to have second thoughts about my posting. The engineers keep to themselves, barely exchanging a word. Security's no better. Cold, distant. Always performing training drills. Training for what? What do they think's going to happen when there's the combat bots everywhere? They don't move much, just stand there watching us. It may be protocol, but it's unsettling. I just have to stay focused, not make a fuss. They don't tolerate those that don't fall in line. They were very clear about that. Okay, just for reference, these are dated. The current year in Starfield is 2330, and these are dated 2328. So these are basically 2 years before Starfield takes place. A high-ranking agent arrived yesterday. Corvette landed in the main bay. Though getting the doors open was a struggle. Ice buildups have been severe. The temperature out there dropped far faster than I expected. The agent was in bad shape. The ship was worse. Heavy damage. Engineers already at work, though we're running low on parts. Heard one of them mention deviants. Not sure what that means, but the way they said it sounded like something we don't want to deal with. Security's already on high alert. They've locked down access to the bays for now, added extra safeguards. None of this feels routine. The injured agent had arrived by Corvette, didn't make it. Thanks to the bay doors being frozen shut, it took too long to get him to medical. So orders from on high, the safe house is to be mothballed, no longer fit for purpose. All agents are to vacate immediately. It's a shame. I was getting used to the quiet, the work, the rhythm of it all. Things were starting to feel routine, maybe even comfortable. However, on the upside, I've been offered a promotion from custodian to something higher. They said I just need to go through a physical, no real details on that, but I'm not going to question it. It's a step up. This could be a start of something. Okay, that's interesting. I have a feeling all these robots are going to activate. So, like, see these robots? They look very much like Derek. Like, I think they stole the model. They look almost exactly like Derek.
I cannot believe you did what you did. So vile.
That's a joke, by the way. Derek is basically a recolored version of Vasco. Kind of looking for workstations, etc. See if we find anything else. Impact grenade. Should I bother with the safe? I mean...
Oh. You've cracked it. Good work.
Do we have another computer here? Non-usable computer.
How much longer do I have to remain crouching? It's not good for my back.
We need to get a key.
Don't talk to me. I am very disappointed.
Little alcove? Ah, health pack. Trauma pack? Trauma pack?
Be ready. There are hostiles here.
I have the same feeling, Shane. Very aggressive robots.
There you are. Feel the burn.
That's damage.
Okay. Let's see, project assignments. blah blah blah, combat system integration, shield and power generation, mech systems, facility maintenance, power routing complaints, arm power routing switches, back master lock. Why the heck not? Do I have anything that looks like it can fit in there? Possibly. Nope. And that does not fit there. Let's use an auto slot. Have a single? Yes, I do. I don't know if I want to use that there. I think. Yep. And we hacked it. Click switches. I can't switch them. We have some stuff over here. I don't think this is definitely not where it came from. Definitely looks like a barracks. Does this lead anywhere?
Your first mistake will be your last.
My life, chunk by chunk. So far, turning out to be a very nice point of interest here.
All systems.
request logs, manager notes, security wing power reroute, hangar, platform, lift, power allocation, assembly, elevator, emergency overrides, robotic testing. Okay, none too important. Management correspondence, hangar platform, power draw, blah 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 blah. Activate the power moderator. Let's update friendly foe. And let's activate those turrets. Got broken computer. We gotta switch them on. Oh, there's a book. Do I have to do them in like a specific order? Maybe. Oh. It's like... So that doesn't hold on. Does this hold on? Steps: initialize the system, power the turbine insulators, followed by the air circuit oscillators. Finally, flip the transformer distributors. Is there like an initialized system? Nope.
Dust you came, to dust you will return.
Okay, I think this... Okay, let's read this one more time. I can't remember anything longer than 2 seconds. So initialize the system, that's the first one. Then we want to power up the turbine insulators, followed by the air circuit oscillators. And then finally the transform. So There we go. We did it. Now we gotta retrieve the node. This is a big area. It's a very big point of interest here. Pretty well designed. Looks like a mech over there.
Yes!
Oh, those were the turrets I activated with that master lock. Can I crouch under this? No. Just go above. Up and over. Okay. Is there an up ladder? Yes, there is. I need you guys to move out of my way. It's auto-saving. Why is it auto-saving? This is gonna do something, isn't it? No. That ship cannot fly.
I am not amused.
Yeah, I need you to move, Derek. Move, Derek! Move, Derek! Normally he moves. Like he's kind of sinking through the floor here.
I cannot believe you did what you did. So vile.
Now, how do I get out of here? Oh, yeah. Yep, here's the way out. I don't think I missed anything in here. I probably did.
Hey, you found it. All by yourself, too. Well done.
Thorin, you're alive. Shouldn't you be mincemeat? No one could survive a crash like that.
Nope. Lightly tenderized, maybe. I did get knocked around a little bit. Guess I do have some explaining to do. But not here. Not now. We'll be safer back at Stardock. We can talk more there. And also get started on your fleet.
Fair enough. Let's get going. This fleet sync node. This is what we came here for, right? Where were you? I could have used your help. I want to stay a little longer and look around some more.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to bail on you like that. But I'll make it up to you. I promise. Yep. This particular make and model is exactly what we need. At least according to Gren. You've not met him yet, but once we're back at Stardock, I'll make the necessary introductions.
Sure. Let's get going.
Sounds good to me. Now call me crazy, but I don't think my ship is going to be flying anytime soon. So I'm going to have to bum a ride. Don't worry though, I am a great co-pilot. I only ever crash ships when I mean to. Okay, let's head back to... Was that you or me?
Warning. Connection error detected. Anomalies in Corvette control system. Containment protocols engaged. Area sealed.
Huh. Evidently, pulling that control node had one or two unforeseen consequences. Oh, no. No, 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 no. We are not... This isn't...
We cannot fight this thing. It's shields. There's no way we can get through those. The firepower needed to... Wait, I think I got a plan. Stay here and get behind some damn cover.
One second. Just checking. Let's see some systems. But it does have a synapse disruptor. Perfect. Small snafu. Or if it doesn't have power, it is umbilical to the facility's reactor. Here's the plan. We can draw power from the facility. You just need to flip some breaker switches. Should be 4 of them around the hangar bay. I'll regulate things from here. You flip those switches fast as you can.
Poor thingy. Good
System
news is
integrity
I have
at
the
risk.
Starborn boost pack, so I can just fly up here. Oh man. Hello, friend.
Integrity at risk. Initiating containment procedures. Okay, good start. Power started flowing, but we'll still need more. Don't stop now.
Wasn't planning on it.
Risk. System integrity at risk. Impact registering. Systems. Impact registering. System integrity at risk. System integrity at risk. System integrity at risk. Re-evaluating.
Okay, time to fly.
Get to those switches! We're still short on juice!
I'm hurrying, man.
Nice! But the Corvette's still thirsty. Keep it up!
Okay. We got one down here. Try not to break my legs.
Almost there, but we're still short.
Yeah, we got one.
We're so close!
Don't worry, I got it, man. We can fly, so...
You did it! Yes! Disruptor's got all the power it needs. All right, hold on. I'm taking the shot.
I don't know what happened there. He launched a nuke
Hey,
in the
you
middle of
alright?
the hangar. Map happened.
Oh, boy. I think you already know the answer to that. You got zapped by the disruptor. Of course that would happen. I should have thought of that. Sorry, that's my bad. But hey, the mech's out of commission. See? Nothing but fried circuits now. All thanks to you. You're not half bad at this whole thinking on your feet thing.
Let's make shoe.
You're welcome. Drool running down your chin and still impeccable manners. Bravo. You're looking more upright than I'd expect. Guessing the disruptor didn't get a clean hit on you. Huh, that's lucky. Means you should be able to walk, and in a straight line even. More or less. Well, lockdown's over and we have the control node. We can finally leave this place. Come on, let's hightail it back to Stardock.
Alrighty. Let's see. We need to get back to Stardock. Not that way. So we should be able to loot this Mac. Alright. Let's go. Is there a quick way out of here? Ah, yes. An elevator. Very smart, King Gaff, putting in an elevator. Always good level design to do that. Give us a quick escape.
What is it?
Alrighty. So I think when we get back, or when we get in orbit, I am going to take like a quick bathroom break because this energy drink I am drinking right now is like flying through my system. But I think I might do this all in one go though. So far, this is pretty good. Like, I might binge this. So, if whoever's, like, sticking around... Alright, I'm gonna pause, take a bathroom break real quick, and I'll be back. Alright, friends, I am back. I think I'm going to just re-chat real quick. I'm not going to leave it open because, my god, it'll start making my computer or my game lag out hardcore, but just skim through it and just see if we have any interesting comments.
Hey, if there was another war,
audio is still louder than my mic.
Win? My credits are on the UC.
Okay, hold on just a moment. I am going to turn down the... You know what I'm going to do? Is I'm going to turn down the audio for the game in here. So we're just going to tone that down a little bit more. I hope that is better. So I have like the volume cranked on the mic. I think it's coming through my headset good. It's really hard to kind of get that balance right. I hope I did. I'll check out chat again in a moment, and we'll see if that's any better, or if I should turn down the audio on the game a little bit more. The mech's definitely cool. I am hoping the next DLC brings us pilotable mechs. I would absolutely love pilotable mechs, like we could pilot those. My ultimate dream is one day I am playing this game, flying through space, and I get to yell, "It's a Gundam," before my ship gets torn in half. Hopefully we get there one day. We'll see. But so far, really enjoying this. I would actually say this is worth the $10, considering I just plopped this sucker in my load order, started playing. Good bit of fun. Maybe a little bit better level scaling with the enemies. Like, they're all like level 35. I'm like level 72. But like a lot of detail on these that point of interest, like the detail on that was spectacular. The layout was great. It was awesome. A lot of intensity, drama, especially with like the mech at the end.
Yes.
Torrin!
Gather ourselves.
Why
and
is it
rest
every
a
time we
while.
get back from a supply run, you're nowhere to be found? Is it really that hard to stay put and not leave the station unattended?
Ah, you're exaggerating. It's not every time. Besides, Babs was here.
Babs can't regulate the station's power core. You know, the unstable power core.
So, how was your supply run? Those surgeon guys have everything you need?
No, they didn't. Per usual. And don't think I didn't notice you changing the subject.
Speaking of changing the subject, let me introduce my friend here.
Hello, nice to meet you. I'm sorry if we've caused you trouble. Hello, nice to meet you.
Oh, yeah. Hi. Nice to meet you too. Sorry, who are you?
This is the person I told you about, Harper. The one I was looking for. She was very almost a permanent guest of Watchtower. Thankfully, though, I was there to save her sorry ass. Instead of waiting alone on an empty station, twiddling my thumbs.
Oh, I see. Huh. Then I guess you had a good excuse to not be here. You're off the hook. This time.
1,000 thank yous, my fair lady. Thy generosity is truly boundless.
Put a sock in it, Torrin. And you, Torrin's friend? From what I understand, you be no fan of Watchtower, right? If you want to give them a bloody lip, come talk to me when you have a moment. Got a job for you.
That's Harper. Stardock belongs to her as much as it belongs to anyone. She lets a few of us hang out here, provided we don't misbehave.
So we've got the control node. How do we get a fleet? How do you survive your ship crashing? Who is a few of us? We'll start at the bottom here and work our way up. Can you tell me more about Harper? Can we trust her?
If you already trust me, then sure, you can trust her too. I do. It's thanks to her Stardock is even up and running in the first place. And I wasn't kidding about her being generous. She's good people. As for more personal details, you should go ask her yourself. I don't think she'd object to sharing.
What is this station we're on exactly?
Stardock! Well, now it is, but it's really only had that name for the past few months. Before that, it laid abandoned for a decade or so. And before that, I think it was some sort of outpost during the Colony War? You should ask Harper about it. She knows more about this place than I do.
Who is a few of us?
Let's see. There's me, Gren, and the occasional drifter. And I suppose now you as well. Harper's got a soft spot for the dispossessed. That's for sure.
How did you survive? I can't even talk. How did you survive the ship crashing?
That's a good question. It wasn't easy. I mean, I never intended for a suicide run, but still, you can't always rely on your talents to get you out of a jam. But I did have a way out. A sort of escape plan. Without getting too deep into the nitty-gritty details, let's just say this time, my talent was at least enough to avoid certain death. But not enough to land me anywhere near you, post-escape. That's why it took me a while to catch up to you. Sorry about that. But you did just fine without me. And I knew you would.
You didn't really answer how you escaped.
Ah, you already know. And if you don't, you will soon enough. So, why spoil the surprise? Look, I'm still here, you're still here, that's what's important. The specifics, those will come when the time is right.
I will agree that little dialogue section there did not sound great. The one before Torin, the voice actor for Torin's doing excellent, in my opinion. The other girl, I'm not so sure. I'm gonna talk to her again. We'll see how the flow is. If it sounds like she's
For
reading
that,
or
we
not.
need to go talk with Gret. He's a ship engineer. Can help us get everything set up and installed. You've not met him yet, so maybe I should... Gren maybe isn't what you'll be expecting. But you don't need to worry about him. He's on our side.
Wait, on our side? What do you mean by that?
I mean exactly what I said. He's on our side, and I fully trust him. We should head over to Gren's workshop. Or, I suppose we could go to the bar, talk with Harper first. She did seem to want you for something. It's up to you what we do. Lead, and I will follow.
Okay, so I am going to take your guys' advice, and we are going to go into the settings here, and we're going to go to audio and turn the music down a little bit more. We're also going to turn the effects down a little bit. We're going to leave the voice up high. Let's turn this down to like 50%. Now, see, I'm noticing there is like the music. This isn't the base game music playing, so I don't want to completely mute it because we're gonna incorporate that in my review, because that's like one of those little fine touches that kind of elevates mods. Having custom music, that's kind of a step above. But yeah, if you let me know if the audio is good now, if, like you can clearly hear me, I'm not overpowering them, I'd appreciate it. There's Gren's workshop. Let's talk to her again, because her voice acting seemed a little bit off.
First rule, this is my home, and you're a guest, so behave yourself. But so long as you don't cause trouble, my docking bays are always open. With that out of the way, welcome to Stardock. I think that's what we ended up calling this place.
So you own Stardock?
That I do. Found this place a few months back, abandoned for years, falling apart at the seams. But with a little love and a lot of welding, we got it into decent shape. And best of all, here, I make the rolls. Sleep a hell of a lot better knowing that.
Okay, this voice acting seems a little bit better.
Me? Not much to tell. I mean, I grew up in Neon, lost more to that city than I care to share. So, I left. After that, tried to do some good for a while. Fell in with one of the medical firms. Would pull folks out of bad situations, patch them up if they're hurt. Felt right at the time, but didn't care much for all the regulations. Just wanted to do what needed doing. Now I do my own thing. No one holding me down, no one trying to pull my strings. Suits me just fine.
Let's listen to that again.
Me? Not much to tell. I mean, I grew up in Neon, lost more to that city than I care to share. So, I left. After that, tried to do some good for a while. Fell in with one of the medical firms. Would pull folks out of bad situations, patch them up if they're hurt. Felt right at the time, but didn't care much for all the regulations. Just wanted to do what needed doing. Now I do my own thing. No one holding me down, no one trying to pull my strings. Suits me just fine.
Her vowel tones get really wide at times. Needed doing, and like it just got a really wide vowel tone there. But I mean that could be just like accent.
Torin? Oh, that's a story. We first met here, on this very station, both trying to lay claim to it. I thought he was just some spacer, trying to muscle me out. Almost blew him out of an airlock.
What do you mean, almost?
But once we stopped trying to kill each other, we figured out we both just wanted a safe place to set up shop.
You said something about giving Watchtower a bloody lip?
Sure did. Compared to Torin and Gren, I don't have much of an axe to grind with Watchtower. But from the little I know of them, I don't think I like them very much. They seem like the domineering type, sticking their noses where they're not wanted. So, when Gren tells me he detects some sort of Watchtower listening post in the Altair system, I can't say I'm too happy about that.
The Altair system? That's barely a jump away. No wonder you're agitated.
How did you discover the listening post?
Gren's a cautious guy, always running scans. Likes to catalog things. On the way back from a supply run, one of his scans picks up some weird signal from the system we're passing. At first, he thought it might be a distress call. Someone's comms were on the fritz, so they were forced to get creative calling for help. But digging a little deeper, he realized it's a Watchtower signal. A covert signal. Only reason he found it was because of his training.
So you have no prior issue with Watchtower?
Me, personally? No, never even knew they existed until a few months back. But the more I learn about them, the more I know I don't want them anywhere near my station.
Sounds like something should be dealt with.
I don't care if it's the Freestar Collective, pirates, or even this Watchtower. I don't want anyone snooping around near my home. This listening post, it's not good for any of us. It's got to go.
Hey, you won't get any argument out of me.
So here's my proposition. I tell you where this listening post is, you download any data it's collected, then take it offline. I'll pay you for your time, a nice heap of credits, more than enough to make it worth your while.
What's your goal here?
Thought I was pretty clear. I don't want some creepy listening post near my home. Simple as that. If you're asking why I'm interested in the data, well, let's just say I'm curious. What's Watchtower trying to poke their nose into, and why? That kind of intel could be worth something.
Won't Watchtower know if it was us who did this?
They'll know someone hit their listening posts, sure. They're not idiots. But space is big. As long as you're careful and don't leave a trail, they'll have no clue who pulled the plug or where they went. Just keep your head down and don't get sloppy. No witnesses, no problem.
What sort of data are Watchtower collecting?
Beats me. That's part of why I'm asking you to do this. It could be something as innocuous as planet survey records, although that would be anticlimactic.
Can we postpone? I'd rather not do this right now. Sure. Just tell me where the
We only
listening
passed
post
by the
is.
system, but as best we could tell, the listening post was somewhere on Altair 3. Couldn't tell you exactly where, though. You'll probably have to investigate the planet to find that out.
We actually already have experience searching for Watchtower facilities. I think we know just what to look for. Before we head out, we should check in with Gren. He can help us put our fleet together.
Okay, we did that. Now let's go speak to Gren. So we got an elevator. I think that's what the voice actor's trying to portray, is she's from like Neon and doesn't have the best or the cleanest
found her
English
after
skills.
all. Good. Better with us than in Watchtower's hands.
Probably like like a voice director could have cleaned and touched that up a little bit. But let's see. Torin, should we be worried right now? I do like his spacesuit.
Relax, I told you. Gren's on our side.
Apologies if I caused distress. Maybe I should remove my helmet.
Oh, actually, that might... okay.
There. Much better.
Oh yeah, better. Not unsettling at all.
Do I detect a hint of sarcasm?
Gren is ex-Watchtower. He's defected. No longer with them. Now he's as much their enemy as you or me. And as for his colorful appearance...
There's no need to be delicate, Torin. I won't be offended. We can speak plainly. If you're curious, please, feel free to ask any questions you might have. I'll answer what I can.
Not to be rude, but your face. Are you unwell? I think he looks like the Borg from Star Trek.
Unwell? No. In fact, right now I'm likely in better health than anyone on this station. My appearance is a result of genetic manipulation, something that most members of Watchtower are subjected to. It's a voluntary procedure, but one that's required to move up the ranks.
Is there anything you can tell me about I can't even talk. Watchtower.
Probably not as much as you'd prefer. Watchtower is a highly secretive organization, even to those within it. All information is on a need-to-know basis. And since all I needed to know was engineering, what information I can share is limited. We can talk more on the subject later if you'd like.
Why'd you leave Watchtower?
Despite being augmented and conditioned by them, my loyalty to Watchtower was never strong. To me, it was always just a job. However, a chance encounter forced me to reevaluate my career choice. Learning what Watchtower does to people like you and Torin, that was something I wanted no part in. And so I deserted. Not something Watchtower takes kindly to. But for that to become a problem, they'll first need to find me.
Why are you still wearing a Watchtower uniform?
Simple, really. It helps keep me safe and well. And not just because it's armor. Most Watchtower members undergo changes to enhance them for their particular duties. These changes aren't entirely positive, however. There's always a number of complications. But our helmets and suits help mitigate these issues.
That's enough questions. I need help building a fleet.
I take it that means you recovered the control node.
Got it right here. Was exactly where you said we'd find it. Although a heads up about the mechs would have been nice.
Mechs? I'm shocked there were any remaining. They were all flagged for transfer. I hope they didn't cause too much trouble.
We're alive, aren't we? Don't worry about it. Still, you should probably work on your intel.
Intel is Harper's specialty, not mine. If you hand me the control node, we can begin building your fleet.
Why do we need this particular piece of hardware?
Interfleet coordination can be complicated. Such things are often handled by a suite of human operators, situated on command decks of large vessels. The Fleet Sync control node is capable of doing the same job, but with considerably less overhead. This particular version, the Model 2, is outdated, has a number of security exploits, making it perfect for integration with a non-Watchtower ship.
You told Torin about the control node. How do you know where to find one?
A few years back, the facility you broke into was an active Watchtower safe house, an off-the-grid outpost offering supplies or refuge to traveling operatives. I was one of the last people to step foot inside before it was abandoned. Therefore, I knew it had what you and Torin needed. Didn't know about the mechs, though. They shouldn't have been there. Someone must have changed orders at the last minute. Sorry.
Hand over the node.
Acceptable condition. Should suffice. I've already done most of the prep work. Installing this to the main board shouldn't be difficult. Please, have a seat. Help yourself to a snack or drink. This won't take long. There. I think we're done here. The control node integrated without issue. You now have a mainframe fully capable of fleet management and coordination.
That was fast. Were there not any problems?
Nothing I didn't anticipate, but I have had weeks to plan this.
So how does this work?
Efficiently. This fleet command system I fabricated, you should find it fairly intuitive. Go ahead, try it for yourself. Use the terminal and commission one of your other ships to your fleet.
Okay, let's see. Let's see how my game's lagging out again.
Hey, don't look at me. Look at that fleet terminal instead.
Hold on. I'm waiting for the internet to catch up. Oh my God, heavens.
Use the fleet command terminal. Should
Come
be
on.
easy to figure out.
Hey, don't look at me. Look at that fleet terminal instead.
Yeah, as soon as like my internet catches up here with this. Oh, holy cow.
Use the...
Available crew. Sign crew. We'll do the adoring fan. Select pilot. Do Amari. Follow distance. Combat behavior.
Fleet command terminal. Should be easy to figure out. And that's all you have to do. That vessel's now part of your fleet. Newly commissioned vessels will automatically follow your lead ship. But if you'd prefer different tactics, you can always change their orders. Keep in mind, at the moment, the command system can only handle one additional ship. But if you want, you can always switch a vessel out for another. I was about to suggest you assign a pilot, but I see you've already figured out how to do that yourself. Congratulations, you now have an active fleet. Of course, it's only 2 ships, but in time, and with additional resources, we can grow that number.
Thanks for your help.
Yeah, we owe you one, Gren. This should at least be enough to even the odds against any Watchtower patrols that come our way.
Torin, I noticed that your ship and the skydrop system I spent several weeks retrofitting into it are suspiciously absent.
Yeah, about that. You see, there was a situation, unavoidable, really. One thing led to another, and I ended up destroying my ship.
That does not surprise me. And now, I am doubly glad that I began work on building a second skydrop deployment system. We can integrate it into your fleet's new ship immediately. I have a feeling you will make for a better custodian for it than Torin.
How do you make these skydrops?
It would be more accurate to say that I fabricate them. To do this, I use salvaged Watchtower components. Perhaps Tor had already explained this, but skydrop systems are usually large and cumbersome. However, a number of years ago, Watchtower perfected the miniaturization of the skydrop. This allows for installation into small vessels.
Do I really need skydrop?
No, but I imagine you might find it useful. Skydrops can be of great aid, especially for those who often find themselves in combat. Be advised, skydrops are used by fleet ships that remain in orbit. If you install a skydrop to your home ship, it'll be useless. Now, where did I put that vacuum tape?
So I can only install it on my UC. Okay. Probably in the ship builder somewhere. I am like lagging out hardcore right now. I don't know why. Shields. I expect it to be possibly under its own tab, or okay, it's here. Come on, quit lagging. God, like, I've never seen the cloud gaming lag out this bad. Like, I really just put it somewhere. Stop lagging now. There we go. All right. We have one error. It's probably because we're below the build deck. Yeah. I wonder if I can grab this and flip it. Can I flip it? Next variant? Okay. That'll work better. Let's slap that right here. There we go. Missing weapon assignment. Says missing weapon assignment, but there is no tertiary weapon to assign. Oh, we'll call that a minor defect, because like it's not going to impede me from doing this. And we'll get out of here.
The Skydrop system has been successfully integrated. I trust Torin has explained how it all operates. Naturally, you'll need flares to call one down. So, take these. That's all I have to hand right now. However, you can always craft additional flares, assuming you have the necessary materials. I may also be able to fabricate more for you. Be sure you check my personal stockpile from time to time. For now, that's all I can do for you. I hope it's enough.
Thank you. You've been very helpful.
We appreciate it, Gren. Really. But are you sure there's nothing else? Not to sound ungrateful, it's just...
So far, everything I've made has been reverse engineered from Watchtower hardware. The fleet command system, the skydrops. In theory, I could upgrade these things, but I need specialized components. Watchtower components.
Well, in that case, if we come across any Watchtower materials, we'll be sure to let you know.
I picked up a whole bunch.
Ha! We have a fleet! Yes, right now it's only 2 ships, but it's still early days. I'm sure we'll figure out a way to expand. Well, that's everything we needed to do here. Come on, we should investigate that Watchtower listening post. I'll join you aboard your ship. Don't feel right sending you off by yourself just yet.
Oh my god in heavens. This is like almost unplayable lag. Maybe if I get out of here, it'll be better.
You disappointed me.
If I can get out of here. It's like it was doing fine planet side. I don't think this is the game. I think this is the cloud gaming right now.
Solutions nearly always come from the direction you least expect. So there's no point looking in that direction because they won't be coming from there.
Alright. Let's get in our ship. If it's super laggy, because like I'm not even touching the controller right now, it's just moving on its own. It's super laggy once we get out of here. I'm probably going to do the remainder of this off stream, just so I don't have to deal with this like latency issues.
Deal with this listening post.
Because like I can't even move. I speculate that everyone is cloud gaming right now. And maybe the server's backed up. Or my internet is just being trash right now on my internet provider. Let's see. And it's lagging like all heck.
Here we are. We should hunt down that listening post.
This is Research Outpost U-309 to any and all Freestar Collective craft. We are under heavy fire. Hostile spacers are overrunning our position on Altair 2. I'm not sure how much longer our outpost can hold on. We don't have much time. Private Mahoney out.
Yeah, we're not going to save you this time around, Private Mahoney. Well, there's my ship. we're gonna land. If it's still lagging out, I'm probably gonna call the stream and I will play this off stream. I do plan on getting a review of this out over the weekend, but just judging from the initial quest in the voice acting and the storytelling,
Looks like we
I would
found
say
it.
this is...
Readings are similar to that Watchtower safe house we cracked open, only smaller. Let me know if you need a hand. Otherwise, I'll stay here. Keep an eye on things.
Judging from the initial quest, voice acting stellar, storytelling stellar, like the POI design awesome. Yeah, I'm still lagging like all crazy. This is my internet. It is not being good right now. But I do appreciate everyone watching. I'm gonna do this off stream. Just because, like, I can't even control my character right now. And then I'll get a full review of this out. But yeah, I would highly recommend this for everyone. Very good voice acting, etc. But I appreciate you guys watching. Please enjoy your night, and you know, have a good one.